Take your breakfast slowly, young man.
Ghana ate his breakfast in a hurry. After her mother reminded him to eat slowly, then he took it slow.
Let him be, this is Sunday.
Ghana's father talks to Yukiko while reading a newspaper.
Yeah, so? Even this is the judgment day, you have to eat slowly. Respect your metabolism and slowly savor the food, that is part of the table manners.
Come on, give him some slack.
Give him some smack, I will. Besides you always defending him, he will grow spoiled.
Ghana and Bazet eat their breakfast slowly while watching the everyday quarrel of their parents.
Mom or Dad?
Mom.
Bet?
Ice cream.
Deal.
Ghana and Bazet shook hands. Yukiko and Ridwan still talking about table manners.
Oh please, it's not like we are an aristocrat.
You are a Teku. Descendant of the king of Aceh in Kunda, Teku Mat Said. Show some class.
I mean, well, we eat with our hands instead of a spoon and fork. It's not Europe.
I eat with a chopstick but still no table manners. Seriously, even my Ainu family in Hokkaido has more table manners.
Fine fine, you win. Ghana, eat slowly.
Yes, Dad.
That's more like it.
Ghana glanced towards Bazet and showed his smirk, a gesture of his winning. Bazet shows her annoyed face. After breakfast, they all gathered in the living room. Ghana's father grins at Ghana.
Wanna play some arcade later? Don't tell Mom. Dad got a lot of coins.
For real?
Hush.
Yukiko took a glance between the two. Yukiko knows they're planning something, she just pretends to look away. She smiled seeing how sneaky Ridwan and Ghana were.
We will beat the Double Dragon arcade this afternoon.
Okay, I will spam spinning kick.
You can't spam it, it costs a lot of HP. Just move upward and downward to throw them.
I see. Dad, we should plan this out.
Leave it to me, I will give you a perfect plan.
Suddenly Bazet calls for Ghana.
Sweetheart, I want to go buy snacks, want to come with me?
Yes, this is Fraga.
Ghana quickly jumps behind Bazet, forcing her to piggyback him.
Hey, you have become heavy, what did you eat? An elephant?
No, I eat T-Rex.
Ha ha ha, it will be the other way around.
Bazet piggybacks Ghana, she turns to see Yukiko and Ridwan.
Mom, Dad, I'll be going to buy some snacks. Take care, and don't buy him a lot of snacks, if he doesn't finish his lunch I will ground you up, Bazet. Ooh, scary, let's go sweetheart, we running away.
Let's go.
Bazet runs away with Ghana. Yukiko let out a relieved sigh seeing those two.
Tired?
No, I am grateful. Never crossed in my mind that Bazet would be our daughter too.
It is not official but, yeah. I am glad she is in the family. She is a good big sister for Ghana.
Yukiko sits nicely right next to Ridwan with one of her legs on Ridwan's lap.
I am happy with this life. I never know I will have a child and yet.
Hey, God has plans for all of us. We might face the truth that we might never have a child, but look, God gives us two rascals.
Ha ha ha, you know, back in Clock Tower, Bazet was a quiet one. She adored me so much that she copied my hairstyle. But she didn't tell me.
Oh, I remember, she is always helping you in the office.
Yep. At first, she knocked at my door and asked if there was something she could help with. I was about to reorganize the historical book and she is there, so it is free real estate.
Ha ha ha, and you grew closer with her.
She is so talented in runic magic. Well, as an Irish, runic magic is pretty common, but she could apply it to different types of materials, which astonished me.
Yeah, runic requires a strong material, but putting runic in the fabric requires a grandmaster technique. But I was worried at first. When she is assigned to be in this family.
Just let them grow naturally. I want them to be happy, I want to witness their happiness.
You are curious who will be Ghana's future wife?
Of course. I want him to venture into the world and feel the hospitality of all people from across the world. Perhaps he will end up with one of my relatives in Hokkaido. Oh, I wish for it.
Let's take a guess. He has only 2 female figures in this family. I bet his wife is either as badass as you are, or a sister-like figure like Bazit, or a caring person, or even a combination of badass and caring.
Or perhaps all of them.
When that happens, I will ask him the secret.
Yukiko playfully punches Ridwan in the stomach. Both of them chuckled at their playfulness.
But are you sure trying to make him a scholar, like us?
I want him to have history to share. I want him to have a heritage.
Even that is something not his?
No, it will be his and his alone.
Ridwan hugs his wife, Yukiko, to ease her worry.
He is loved, Yukiko. And he will always be loved.
Yukiko leans in and lets her body fall into the embrace of her husband. The scene shifts where Bazit holding hands with Ghana. The weather is hot and they are quite sweaty.
Come, sweetheart, we're close to the store.
They arrive at the store. Bazit is looking around while Ghana looking at the ice cream freezer.
You found what you want?
I want Paddle Pop, the rainbow one.
They brought some snacks from the groceries. Bazit is holding a plastic bag that holds some snacks and water bottle. Ghana is licking the ice cream while Bazit is casually suckling a traditional chocolate ice stick in her mouth. They walk around and settle near an empty field, looking at children playing soccer. Bazit sits on the ground with her legs spreading to the side and Ghana sits in front of Bazit, leaning on her body. They just enjoying the moment.
Say, sweetheart, you are not meeting your new friend?
She has her own activity on Sunday. She usually helps her mom sell fries.
I heard her dad is a black belt.
She told me that her father is a karate master, but her dad now is a salesman for the magic jar to cook rice. We have one in the house, the one with 3-in-1 module.
Oh right, I kinda dislike mom's dishes if she just boils ingredients in the magic jar. Especially the chicken dishes. The taste is so bland.
Bazit and Ghana laugh as they say the same thing. Bazit leans her chin on Ghana's head while looking at the field.
I am happy, sweetheart.
I just rip you off with ice cream.
Bazit pushed down her head and rubbed her chin against Ghana's head.
Ouch.
That is for making me pay for your ice cream.
As they finished eating ice cream, Bazit helps Ghana to drink water to wash his mouth and then Bazit drinks the water. As time passes, Bazit slowly hugs Ghana from behind.
Don't grow up.
Don't grow up? So you want me to grow wide?
Bazit hides her face behind Ghana's head, and she smells his hair.
I wish time could stop. So I could have you forever for me.
Mom says that is greedy.
Aren't you too greedy? What if I become someone else's big sister?
Hell, I don't wanna.
See? We both are greedy. I still don't know why I was in your family in the first place, but I am happy. My teacher becomes my parents. And their kid becomes my beloved little brother whom I love to death.
Ghana just looked at Bazit. He could feel how Bazit loved him so much. He turns around and hugs Bazit. He even pats her head.
There. We are one big happy family.
Don't grow up.
Ghana pouts at Bazit and Bazit finds it funny. She pokes his cheeks.
Do you seriously wanna be another kid's big sister?
Never. Besides, I won't leave you. Until you have someone important in your life, someone who can take care of you fully. I will always be by your side.
Bazit smiles at him as Ghana replies with the same wide smile. After a while, they walk home. Ridwan, Ghana's father, is already waiting.
Hey kiddo, wanna go to the arcade now?
Yes, sure.
Okay, here's the plan. At the second level, we just focus on throwing the enemies and then we will take turns to do the spinning kick attack. Okay?
Sounds like a plan to me. Let's beat the boss.
Bazit, you wanna come?
I will stay at home, Dad. Mom might need my help to do stuff.
Good girl.
Ridwan and Ghana go to the arcade place and Bazit sees them leave. Bazit goes inside and sees Yukiko cleaning dishes.
You need help, Mom? Sure. Could you please refill the dishwashing soap? Sure.
Bazit looking for the soap in the cabinet under the sink.
How much ice cream you gave him? Just one.
Bazit got the soap and refilled the bottle with the soap.
Say, does Ghana have any friends in school? I never see him playing with other kids except you. He said he got one, a girl. Oh, a girl? Tell me.
Bazit tried not to say that Ghana got bullied but only focused on the girl who just become Ghana's friend.
So yeah, he told me this girl is helping him, and they talk then they become friends. Huh? Doesn't that sound so simple? Well, I shortened the story, Mom. Ghana says a lot of things about this girl when he is about to sleep. First friend, huh? No wonder he is so excited. But Bazit, you cannot pamper him like that. He will grow so dependent on you. I don't have any problem if he becomes so dependent on me, I like the idea. That is not what I said. Just look at him now, he doesn't want to take a bath or sleep if you are not with him. How long will that going to continue? You might be right, Mom, but until Ghana doesn't need me anymore, I will be right next to him. Bazit, this is what I fear, you took my stubbornness right from the ground. Ha ha ha, I can't help it.
Yukiko and Bazit preparing for lunch. Suddenly there is a phone call, and Bazit quickly runs to answer the call.
Hello, Irwansha residence, who is this?
Bazit, how long it has been?
Mr. Thaddeus? Oh my, what a surprise. It has been too long since I heard about you.
Well, it is a delight to hear your voice again, Bazit. Oh, is Yukiko there?
I'll give it to Mom.
Mom?
Bazit call for Yukiko.
Mom, this phone is for you.
Yukiko answers Bazit's call from the kitchen.
Who is it? Mr. Thaddeus. Thaddeus who? There are a million Thaddeus out there. Thaddeus Ironwood, from Atlas Institute. You know, that arcane mechanist that combines technology with magic.
Yukiko washed her hands and walked towards Bazit.
Ironwood, what did he want? Bazit, go take a bath. We will have lunch soon. But Ghana isn't home. Bazit. Yes, Mom.
Yukiko takes the telephone and talks to Thaddeus.
How do you know this phone number, Ironwood?
Hey Sylvanheart, relax. Old man Zelrech gives me your number.
That old man can't be trusted at all. What do you want?
You see, we got something really interesting. The scholar might have the answer.
What is it?
We found just a small amount of cave rocks that are very unique. Just a few milligrams of them and...
Somewhat related to the first magic?
You knew? Well, it has a relation, but it is far surpassing the first magic. We don't know how to say it.
First magic is the materialization of the soul, but there is something else that makes the first magic look like a joke. It is primordial magic.
Primordial? Did you keep this information from the mages?
Hey, I have my own bargain. If I tell you guys everything, we scholars have no value anymore.
I see. Well, anyway, can you and your husband come to the clock tower?
We took a vacation for years, remember?
Come on. I am your pal who has trouble examining these rocks. Help me out, Sylvanheart.
I will discuss it with my husband. I promise nothing.
Fair enough.
Yukiko hangs up the call. After a while, Ghana and his father come home. They even laugh while walking in.
That was an awesome trick, son.
Yeah, Dad, we beat the game. Those enemies are easily thrown off the cliff.
And it only took 5 coins to continue our lost lives. Unlike before, we need 31 coins.
Learning by doing.
Ghana and Ridwin laugh, they have so much fun together. Yukiko comes out from the kitchen and goes right for the two.
Alright, you two, take a bath now.
I don't wanna. I wanna take a bath with Big Sis.
She just done taking a bath. And did you skip praying this evening?
No, me and Dad didn't skip any.
Yukiko glanced towards Ridwin.
Hey, he is telling the truth. You know I won't skip praying 5 times a day. But Ghana, well, this time he is not skipping. I was with him the entire time.
Bazit shows up from the bedroom.
Sweetheart, do you want to take a bath?
Mom says you already had one.
I can have another bath.
Ghana quickly runs towards Bazit and they go to the bathroom to take a bath. Yukiko turns her attention towards Ridwan.
Oh hey, the Mage Association asking us to study a new artifact they found.
Ridwan casually sits on the couch while having a conversation with his wife.
Oh, what kind?
It's just a bunch of rocks, but they said this rock exposed to somewhat surpass the first magic.
Primordial? How? And a rock? Do you mean like normal rock?
It's more like cave rock. Based on how they describe it to me.
Damn, how many do they find?
Just a few milligrams.
I see, we'll discuss it later.
The scene unfolds within the imposing walls of the clock tower. Thaddeus Ironwood sits at his desk, his fingers tracing the edges of a worn photograph, while Lorelei Bartholomew stands nearby, her gaze sharp and unwavering.
Will they come?
They will, despite Sylvanheart's uncertainty.
Why has no mage been able to identify the energy emanating from those pebbles? Not even Lady Lena Inverse could decipher it.
Once they arrive, we'll find out. But why have me call them? You're Sylvanheart's best friend. You should have made the call. You got their number from Z0E2, after all. Besides, you know my history with her. It wouldn't be appropriate for me to reach out.
You were speaking to her, not her husband. I see nothing wrong with that.
Maybe you don't, but I do.
I have my own issues with her.
7 years ago, after you and the scholars returned from that expedition from Indonesia, everything changed. You were all different, strangers to one another. No, perhaps even hostile.
That's none of your business.
None of my business? She stopped lecturing at the clock tower after that. Her knowledge is invaluable. She's the last scholar of Alexandria.
They.
Excuse me?
You keep focusing on Yukiko, but you forget about her husband. Wake up, Thaddeus. She's married. Ground yourself in reality. They even have a child now. You don't care about her knowledge. You care about her presence here, in the clock tower. And it wasn't because of me that she stopped lecturing, it was because of her so-called son. She became a mother, Thaddeus.
Lorelei turns to leave the room, but Ironwood's voice halts her.
Wait, tell me, Lorelei Bartholomew, what happened on that expedition in Indonesia? Why did everything change after that? I have a right to know.
Lorelei pauses, her back still turned. She looks down, closing her eyes as memories flood back. After a moment, she straightens, her voice measured and distant.
Some things should be left alone. Some things shouldn't be chased. A thing shouldn't be taken.
Without another word, Lorelei leaves the room. Thaddeus remains silent, his gaze drifting back to the photograph of him with the other lecturers at the clock tower. Yukiko Sylvanheart's face stands out among them.
If only.
Hey there, a brief trivia about Yukiko and Ridwan. Yukiko Sylvanheart is a descendant of the chieftain of Sylvanheart and the Ainu clan of Japan, not from the Yamato clan, which has spared her some discrimination in Japan due to her name's distinctiveness. Born in Hokkaido, where the Ainu people are indigenous, Yukiko possesses exceptional intelligence and the ability to communicate with forests, a trait innate to Sylvanheart descendants. Her blue eyes mark her as a scholar of Alexandria. Yukiko conceals her true identity by working as a university lecturer while secretly lecturing at the clock tower. Alongside her husband, they are the last of the Alexandria scholars, meaning their lineage's knowledge hinges on their survival. Both are driven to uncover the true nature of the Holy Grail, which in the past led to the destruction of the Library of Alexandria. Yukiko deeply loves her son, the protagonist, and her life's work is intertwined with protecting him and unraveling the mysteries surrounding the Holy Grail. Tengku Ridwan Irwansha, descendant of the legendary Tengku Chikmat Said, first regent of Sigli in Aceh province, Indonesia, and a king of Chunda, traces his lineage through a proud heritage of leadership and resilience against historical colonial forces. In Achenese tradition, Tengku signifies his royal lineage, a title earned by male descendants of kings. Unlike his wife Yukiko, Ridwin is not versed in magecraft knowledge but compensates with keen intuition and the ability to think swiftly even in the direst of circumstances. His unique red eye marks him as the last in the line of Alexandria scholars, tasked with preserving ancient knowledge critical to understanding and preventing magical calamities, much like the Holy Grail's destructive history. He possesses mystic eyes that can tell if someone is lying or not. He is the only scholar who uses ki since the scholars mainly don't use any magecraft or inner power. In terms of power level, he is close to servant level. Their fateful meeting occurred under the auspices of the Aegis branch of the Mages Association, summoned to discuss the safeguarding and future of the scholars. It was here, amidst the clandestine arrangements made by the Aegis to protect significant figures, that Ridwin and Yukiko's paths converged, bound by a shared destiny to unravel the mysteries and dangers surrounding the Holy Grail. Thaddeus Ironwood has a history with Yukiko which is not likable by Yukiko. In the episode, you see how Yukiko doesn't even mention his name in front of her husband because Ridwin knows what is going on between them in the past. If you look at the table and the walls of Thaddeus's office, there are photos of Yukiko. Alright, that's it for now, see you in the next episode.